Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see you again. I'm still recovering from the marathon DIY projects that you and I tackled together in the previous episode. So today, I think we can take it rather easy. I want to bring you on a relaxing walk in the spring garden. Also, I think we can plant out the snapdragons that you and I grew together from seed back in February. And for dinner tonight, we are going to make pasta primavera and garlic bread. And before we do anything, we need to fetch the ingredients for the pasta primavera. So take a short drive with me to the local farm store. At the berry farm, I'm buying cream for tomorrow morning's coffee. And for tonight's dinner, I'm buying creme fraiche, good butter, pasta, asparagus, sugar snap peas, green onion, parsley, and tarragon. This must be my lucky day. The local farm store had all of the ingredients I need for the pasta primavera and the garlic bread. So now we're going to stop by the local flower store. I think it will be fun to do a flower arrangement today. Well, this is my lucky day. Harry the guard dog is on duty here at the flower shop. I just realized that I am totally out of coffee. So we've just stopped by our friends at Tierra Farm. I'm going to grab some coffee and grind it here. The berry farm, which we visited earlier, and Tierra Farm, where we are now, are my favorite places to shop. You can shop at Tierra Farm too, because they ship nationally. I can put a link to Tierra Farm along with a free shipping code in the description below if you are interested. The large coffee grinder at Tierra Farm is much more efficient than the tiny grinder that I have at home. Since I use an electric percolator to brew my coffee, I've selected the medium grind setting. Well, that was a fun little outing. I'm going to put my groceries away, and then we can arrange the flowers. Vase, flower preservative, flores, so I just grabbed flowers that happened to appeal to me on this particular day. And here they are. Cake stand. It just occurred to me that we have hostas growing by the front porch, and we can use some of the leaves in this arrangement. So these hosta leaves are just recently unfurled. That is a perfect time to use them in a salad. Yes, hosta leaves are edible. And they are very pretty for flower arrangements. And then I have some of the yew branches that we clipped. Purple alstroemeria, a very long-lasting flower. It's a bargain flower with terrific beauty. White campanula. A flower whose name I do not recall. It might be waxflower. Solidago. And one stem of pink snapdragon. And here's the finished arrangement. We can set this over here for a moment. I'm not sure in which room to place that arrangement, but I will certainly find a place for it. And I'm going to save some of these greens and extra, I think they are wax flowers, and clean up my work surface. And then I want to bring you on a short walk in the garden. I'm so happy that you could join me on this garden walk. The grass is greening up now, the trees are leafing out, and several shrubs are strutting their gorgeous spring flowers. Here in the boxwood garden, the pair of weeping crabapple trees are in dazzling pink and white bloom. The variety is called red jade. The bleeding hearts are spectacular now. To me, the pink flowers that dangle from elegant green stems look like expensive heart-shaped jewels. I truly love this perennial. There are several ancient trees on the property. The one I'm standing beneath now is a silverleaf maple. Let's check out this redbud tree. The variety is called forest pansy. The flowers are more purple than red. The tree is a real attention getter. Here I'm pointing out a massive crabapple tree that is covered in white blooms. Unfortunately, I do not recall the variety name. Also in bloom now is Phlox subulata, Virginia bluebells, and Vinca minor. At the base of the serpentine garden is this flowering quince, crimson and gold, and beside it is another flowering quince called Cameo. Cameo offers fully double flowers in a stunning shade of apricot. On the hill is another crabapple tree. I think this one is named Majesty for its purple-red flowers. Since we are outside, we might as well plant the snapdragons that you and I started from seed in midwinter. I've reserved a bed for them in the kitchen garden. To prepare the bed, I'm first removing its irrigation system. Then I will dig compost and some shredded leaves into the bed. Shredded leaves are a terrific soil amendment. The leaves turn average soil into nutrient-rich loam, and of course, they are free. Compared to the exhausting porch painting project that you and I tackled together in the previous episode, this planting project seems like a day at the beach. I think the snapdragons will enjoy their new quarters. I'm spacing the seedlings about 9 inches apart. The snapdragon varieties I'm planting are Madame Butterfly Rose, Madame Butterfly Pink, Potomac Yellow, Potomac Lavender, and Legend White. All these are tall varieties that will be great for cutting. I recently learned that if you look at the underside of a snapdragon leaf, you can tell what color the blooms will be. This one is definitely lavender. Although I have an irrigation system, I always initially water seedlings by hand. This way, I can really saturate the soil around the plants. And now that nearly all the snapdragons have been planted, we can head back to the kitchen. We need to start dinner. It feels great to have all of those snapdragons planted. I can't wait until they bloom. So now we're getting started on the pasta Primavera. And this version contains asparagus and peas and some other things. I have snap peas here, which I've already trimmed the ends from. And then I cut the snap peas into roughly 1/4-inch pieces, throwing them in a bowl here. So this is a pasta dish that takes advantage of some of the first spring vegetables, including snap peas and regular peas. I'm using frozen, green onion, asparagus, and some herbs. And then it has a creamy creme fraiche sauce. So next, I want to prepare my asparagus. This is the asparagus that you and I just purchased at the farm store. And I have washed it. And then I want to snap off the very tough ends. I can save the ends for stock. Yeah, so when you bend an asparagus stem, it will snap at the point between the tender stem and the not so tender stem. I'm going to keep the tips whole, and then I will cut the lower stems into roughly 1/4-inch pieces. I will link the recipe I'm following in the description below. And the asparagus can go into a bowl. Now I need the white part of some green onions, also known as scallions. We also need parsley, which I'm going to fairly finely chop. We will need this for both the pasta Primavera and the garlic bread. In the next episode, I plan to plant my own parsley, which you and I actually grew together from seed. I also want some tarragon for the pasta Primavera. For the garlic bread, I need to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. Then I need some butter. Either some fresh minced garlic or garlic paste. I'm using garlic paste today. Parsley. A pinch of salt. Grinds of black pepper. And a bit of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to pop this into the microwave just until the butter melts. And while the butter is melting, it's melted, I'm going to take some French bread and cut it horizontally in half. I should use my bread knife here. Oh, this is very nice French bread. Sometimes you just get lucky. And here is our butter, parsley, and garlic mixture. Throw my bread onto a baking tray. And then we can spoon this glorious garlicky mixture right on top of the bread. I should not have added the cheese when I did. It's best to add the cheese last, before the bread goes into the oven. And I can put this aside until we are ready to bake it off. Now we can saute the vegetables. So I have my skillet over medium heat, and I'm going to add some butter and a splash of extra virgin olive oil. Actually, I suppose that would be a drizzle, not a splash of olive oil. Now we can add the sugar snap peas, the asparagus, the green onion, and the peas. Give everything a stir. I need to saute this mixture just until the vegetables are tender crisp. I don't want the veggies to color or caramelize at all. And to speed things up, we can cover the skillet. And I do have a very large pot of water boiling over here. I also want to stir in some garlic. And I can see that already the vegetables are developing a deep green color, and that's just what we want. Now my choices for pasta are the linguine that you and I bought together at the farm store, or this fettuccine. I think I'm going to use the fettuccine. And my water is already at a boil. I simply need to salt it heavily and add the pasta. And I will cook the pasta just until it reaches the al dente stage. I always salt my pasta water after it boils. The salt will season the fettuccine as it cooks. It will take about 9 minutes for this fettuccine to become al dente, and I have turned off the heat from my vegetable mixture. And at this point, we can pop the garlic bread into the oven for about 10 minutes. I'm going to reserve some of the pasta water just in case we need it. Good. The pasta is done and drained. Throw this into a large bowl. Add in the asparagus mixture. Add some fresh grinds of pepper, or rather, some grinds of fresh pepper. And our garlic bread is done. I've just turned off the oven and left the door ajar. While this mixture is quite hot, I'm going to stir in some creme fraiche. Stir the creme fraiche into the pasta. So it's becoming nice and creamy already. Then we can add some Parmesan cheese. Maybe a little more Parmesan cheese. Some parsley. And the tarragon. Oh, the tarragon smells just incredible. And I guess we do not need this starchy pasta water after all. This looks just great. I want to slice this crosswise. That is enough garlic bread for now. I want to plate this up, and then it's not raining outside, so I think we can enjoy our pasta primavera and garlic bread and maybe a glass of chilled white wine out in the garden. I'm going to try to twirl this pasta the way the pros do. That was not the world's best twirling job. Now I want a little more Parmesan. Wooden tray. Garlic bread. A splash of vino. not too much, a napkin, a fork, a spoon, and we can head outside. A beautiful spring day, a beautiful spring pasta dish called pasta primavera, some garlic bread. Life is good. Wow, wow, and triple wow. This pasta primavera is out of this world delicious. Oh, and let me try the garlic bread. Another triple wow for the garlic bread. It's got just the right amount of butter and garlic and parsley and Parmesan cheese. I just love it. And the asparagus is just perfectly cooked. And I love the peas and the green onion and the sugar snap peas. I love everything about this dish. I forgot to bring the flowers outside. Let's correct that right now. And here they are. Now, of course, the flowers will not remain outdoors. After we finish this meal, I will bring the flowers either into the parlor or the music room. Thank you so much for spending time with me today as we shopped for ingredients and we purchased coffee at Tierra Farm and we took a leisurely stroll in the garden. We arranged these flowers. We planted at least 53 snapdragons, which I think is half of what I have. And we made this fantastic dinner, which I hope you will try either for yourself or for your family. In the next video, we will continue to plant, and of course, we will make something wonderful for dinner, and I can't wait to see you again. Until then, please treat yourself extra, extra well, and I will see you very soon, friends. Bye for now.